Hello, what's up guys? Your boy DTRU is here and welcome to another Lord of Nazarick video. And in today's video guys, I am going to be showing you Monster Hunt. Today Monster Hunt has dropped and we are going to give you 3 easy teams to have a good scores on the Fire Elemental Monster Hunt. And I hope that you enjoyed the video and I hope that it helped. And let's begin. So we are going to the boss right here. It's going to be the Amethyst Fire Elemental. As you can see, I scored 42. You can even score more because it's all RNG. I am ranking 1 at the moment. Let's read the buff of the Monster Hunt first, and then let's show you the team. So basically, in Monster Hunt, when the boss receives a debuff, grants a 60% chance for a random ally to gain a random buff. So basically, we need to debuff the enemy with 60% chance that a random ally will get buffs, which means we hope that the DPSs get the buffs and they can actually go and do a big amount of damage. Elementalist Fire Elemental and Fire Elemental power up with more Elemental Senses stacks. Inflict as many debuffs as possible to reduce the Elemental Sense stacks and boost damage. So the more debuffs we inflict, the more damage that we're gonna do, and the less damage he is gonna make. So that's why having a good debuffer in here can actually help us score a good one. So we are going to start with the first team. So this is basically the first team. You're going to be needing Valkyrie Charioteer, Momon, Albedo Maid, and also Demiurge, because Demiurge is really a good debuffer and he's also red since the boss is green, which is perfect. He has element damage and he has the debuffs that we need to inflict, and his AoE and his ultimate can help us clear the side minions of the Elementalist so they cannot deal a lot damage of us, because sometimes they go and attack Momon or Albedo instead of Valkyrie Charioteer, so he will help us clear them faster and more better. We're going to be putting Charioteer as the main in here, not Momon or him, because when enemies inflicted with defense down, they also receive damage down, which is going to be good to actually give them damage down so they don't kill us, because it's really hard even with that to actually survive. You can also do it with a Momon one, but it's really a lot of the RNG. So let's go with the Charioteer one, and now let's go for the build. So basically we are going to be using negative burst, and we're also going to be using the perfect preparation, which is gonna let us do negative burst at the beginning, and then we are going to be giving the electric mastery, which is going to make Demiurge deal more damage because he's a mage, and we are also going to go with the penetration one right here, since there is no better to do. Here is every ally of the Garnet faction, because all the allies are going to be red, which is mean Garnet. Increases Iron's attack by 10% and penetration by 30%, which gonna make him deal more damage AoE to kill the minions, because all characters are red. We're going Termination on Momon and Albedo, because Momon was like Termination, his ultimate is gonna deal a big amount of damage because it's going to be nullifying the enemy defense, and this is what we need to count on more. The more crits and the more damage he does, the more score we can actually make, and it's the same for Albedo. And we are going to be putting Alchemy on Charioteer so we can boost her defense and boost our attacker damage as well. And then we are going to be using Demiurge with the desolation, sorry, because we need as much debuffs as we can so we can get the 60% to get a buff. And actually using this one on him is much better than his own Arclight, because this one can actually help us get defense down, speed down, and damage down as well. Why they're not letting me show it what it does? Let's put whatever and then click on it. Okay, defense down, speed down, and attack down as well, which is going to be very good to help us survive. Her Arclight is better than this, but I don't have it, so I'm using this. This also works, and both of their Arclights as well. As you can see, everything is 1, and there is the first team. This is the team that can score as the best, and it all depends on energy. Please don't forget to get your scrolls, the revive one, and the attack. Also, putting crit damage is a big option. I think that like even putting crit damage can actually make a better score, so you can actually try it as well. But I'm putting attack because I want to show other teams as well. So basically this is the team and this is all we need to know. And now we are going to press start the battle. And let's start with our first team that can get us 40k score and above. Depends on the energy and how well the round goes. So what we want to do is put the second skill on Momo first, because the more he stacks with his Arclight, with his chases, the more his ultimate is gonna deal damage, which actually is gonna be good in here for us. Now we are put the tier down and the damage down. As you can see, he attacked Momon and not Shalatir. That sometimes happens, and he will take a lot of damage then, and that will be really bad. So now all we need to do is that to hope that the RNG is good and that he dies and doesn't stay alive. As you can see, 150, 183k, all of them together. We have no healer, so that's why it's so much RNG dependable. As you can see, Momon died. Like, Momon died this time, alright? Because Demiurge didn't use his, his stuff before they kill Momon. They always go for Valkyrie Sharatir, but sometimes they go for Momon and there's nothing you can do. You just have to get out and get in as well to try and hopefully hope that they actually don't attack Momon so he doesn't die. And it also depends on how much debuffs that we inflict on him. Hopefully that we inflict some before he actually hit, and we didn't inflict anything this time. As you can see, Shelter did not put her debuffs, so we take a little bit more damage, and he will not take as much damage as we wanted it to take, but it's all good now with our debuffs on him right here. We don't have to worry a lot about his damage, and he's going to be mostly focusing Shalatir at the moment. Sadly, he survived, so he luckily, as you can see, he attacked Shalatir this time, and he didn't attack Momon. If he attacked Momon, it will be a little bit more annoying. He might die or something. So all you need to hope for is that the minions doesn't hit Momon. They only hit Valkyrie Charioteer, and that's all. And now when we have this much debuffs on him, as we can see, we are putting even more and more. He will not do damage, and we need crits. As you can see, when he crits, look at the amount of damage he does. And he's only going to attack her, and as you can see, he deals so less much damage than he have to do. Just because we have all these debuffs on him, it reduced his damage, and it will make us do even more damage. And as you all saw, like, most of our attacks are crit. That's why crit damage is actually good and can work in here. As you can see, it's crit crit, and crit damage is going to help us deal even more crit damage, right? Because we are going to be boosting our crit damage, so it's also an option and can be used. And I think that it can get you a better or a more decent score, or maybe the same. I'm gonna try later and see, but it's really good to try. And now, as you can see, we're already 30k at round 32. Now we hope that they deal enough damage with their ultimates so we can actually get a good score. 120. It could have gone better, so you can score even better, but it's all good. As you can see, Negative Burst killed both of them. It's all because of the passives that we put on him and the amount of debuffs that they have, so we will do much more damage. Now that we hope he crits with his chases. He didn't crit. It's all good. We scored 39 this time. Yes, we scored 39k this time. And the last time that I tried is the actual score that I have right here, which is 42.6. And you can even get to 45, but it all depends on RNG. You need Momon to crit and Alibedo to crit as much as possible. They missed a lot of crits and they got almost 40k. So imagine when they hit all their crits, how much score you're gonna get. You can get up to 45k. It's the best team that I saw so far after testing. You can put Mari also, but I think Demiurge is much better. Alright, now we move for our second team. Now for our second team, this is the team. Instead of Jugim, Jugim is with the other team. This is the team that we are going to use as our second, which can score us between 30 to 35k as well. And Alibedo is going to be with the same one, and it's going to be like this. And then we are going to be starting right here. The reason why we put PTL in here, not Shalatir, it's only one reason and one reason only. This reason is that they're all going to attack your, as you can see, look at them. They all attack your Hamiske, and she cannot survive. If you even if you put the Shalatir, she will not survive because they will all attack her and she will take a lot of damage. The only one who can make her actually survive is going to be PDL, because PDL is going to be taking the damage from her. As you can see, go and take the damage from him and from the minions, and his wall is going to protect us from the minions at the beginning, as you can see. And as you can see, we cleared the minions very well. Now with the tier defense down from Hamski and her chases, and he will give her more assists because of his passive. As you can see, when he attack, he will also make her do an attack as well. So that will also help us a lot to do more damage to the enemy and to lower the defense as much as possible. PDL is going to protect our team, as you can see, full HP. Mari is going to help us with the seed damage, and he will also I always say she. And he will also slow him down, as you can see. And also Hamaski with his second skill slow him down and increases one of our allies' speed. So he doesn't play much. So your team keeps playing. So that's how they can have a good score. As you can see, 30k we got with this team right here. And this is a really good strategic team and really good team in case you don't have the other team you can use to get a 32k, and you can even get more. It's up to 35. I got 35 last time, but you know, RNG and all of that. So this is your second team where you can make 33k and you can do a good score in case you don't have the first one. And now for the last team that we can use right here is the Jugam team that I wanted to talk about. So where is he? Here he is. So we are going to be putting Jugam in here, and we are going to be putting Alibedo right here, because most of you like have her and she's free. You can put her or you can put Demiurge, but if you have her 5 stars like I do, she's going to be at like better than a 3 stars trial Demiurge. But if you have a 4-star Demiurge like I do, you can place her with Demiurge and he's going to be very good and very helpful. But in case you don't, and because we used Demiurge and other team, I'm gonna use Alibedo for the people who doesn't have Alibedo. And then we are going to be using Mario, of course, because we want her heals, because this team is an SR team, so we need to heal them and all of that. And then we are going to be using one more unit. You can either use PDL or you can use Valkyrie Charioteer. With Valkyrie Charioteer, they will deal more score, but it's a little bit of RNG dependable. But it's still usable and it's still good and can work out. And now for Alibedo, we are going to be using also this one, not her Arclat. She can deal better stuff with this Arclat right here. And for Jugam, we are going to be using, like I said, we are going to be using the counter one, the chase one damage, and his Arclat as well. And we are going to leave this for Mare. And this is basically the setup right here. And then we are going to be putting Jugam, because the defense down and the high tier defense down from him is going to be really good. You can also put Charioteer for more defense, but I think Jugam is much better because the high tier defense is really good and can help you deal more damage and gonna help us clear it better. You can also, by the way, put Jugam and Maid Alibedo, and it also works in case you don't want to use Hamske. You don't have Hamske, or you don't have her like at 4 stars above at least, or like you just want to use Jugam. You have a strong Jugam. You can use Jugam with Maid Alibedo, and it also works instead of Hamske. But I left him because I wanted to use him on this team right here, so we can show you guys this team. They will heal from Mare Seeds, so no worries in there. And they will attack Valkyrie Charioteer. They will not attack anyone else. They haven't attacked anyone else before. I tried it like 4 or 5 times. So I hope that it stays like this. Just because we don't want to repeat again. As you can see, the high tier defense, it will help us not only do more damage, but it's more debuffs on the enemy. So he will deal less damage, and we will deal more damage to him as well. This team scores the lowest score, but it also can get up to 20k, 20, 22, something like this. Depends on how much damage they deal and how much we can keep him from actually playing and keep pushing him down. All of that helps in your score. This team is like more a free-to-play team, like you don't have all the characters above. Mari like is one of the best PvE characters in the game, so you really need to have him. And Charioteer is the same. You can use PDL instead of her, and it also works perfect in case you don't have Charlatier. But you need either Charlatier or either PDR. You can also, like, I think Yuri, Red Yuri can actually work a little bit in here, but they will take more damage and it will be so high on RNG. But if you don't have either both of them, you can try with Yuri and it can work. So as you can see, 19.5, and it also comes to up to 22k. And this is the third team for this monster hunt that you can use and you can get a decent score with, in case you want to get only the rewards from here, as you can see, and a good amount of score. And this is basically it, my friends, for AMETHYST Elemental Fire. This is the Monster Hunt. I hope that you enjoyed the video and I hope that it helped. Good luck for all of you scoring and have a nice day. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your boy DTRU was with you guys. Peace.